And I'm going to be showing you a really awesome packet card trick. This is also on Andy Field Magic's channel, so if you haven't already checked him out, go ahead and subscribe to him. But I do a few variations, so go ahead and stick around if you want to. So first off, I'm just going to show you here. I have a King of Spades. I'm going to set that down here, and then I also have another King of Spades there. And the next thing I'm going to do is set that down as well. I'm going to set the last two King of Spades. I'm just going to set those down right here. So now I'm going to show you what I have here is just 4 random red cards here. So what I'm going to do is just mix it up a little bit. So here are the 4 King of Spades. I'm just going to pull one back and put a red card, put it back on here. I'm going to take another red card and sandwich that into the deck. So let's go ahead and flip it around. If I just give it a little flick, all the red cards come back. So when I pull this down, put another card in place, pick the King of Spades up, show you I'm going to sandwich it in between another red card, flip it back over, give it a flick, and the red cards are back. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 cards instead of 1, and I'm going to place down 2 other cards. And the same thing, I'm just going to put it back on top of the deck. I'm going to sandwich them in between a red card, and we should actually have all 4 red cards back into play, and the 4 King of Spades should actually be here, but they're not. These are actually the 4 aces. So how I did this trick, I'm going to show you how in a second. So here we go. Here's the setup you're going to need. You're going to have 4 aces, 3 red cards, and 2 King of Spades here. So what you're going to do is take 2 King of Spades, you're going to take 1 black card and 1 red card, and you're going to put it just like this, and you're going to flip it over. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to need to put the last 2 aces in the 3rd position, just like this, the 3rd and 4th position here, so you can do an Elmsley count. So we're going to flip this over, and now we're going to grab the aces pile, or the aces and kings pile, and what you're going to do is you're going to hold it in biddle grip, and then you're just going to take the top card and the bottom card, and you're going to slide them off from the deck. So once you slide them off just like this, you're going to slide them off, flip over 2 cards as one, like this, and these 2 are going to be the ace and the king. And keep in mind it's going to look like 1 card, and you're going to say, okay, now watch, I'm going to set down 1 King of Spades, and you can put that King of Spades here. And now what you're going to do is you're going to take the top card and put it to the bottom, because that top card is going to be a King of Spades, so you're going to put that to the bottom. And now this is what I did in the performance. I took it to the bottom, and I just flipped the top pile over like this, and it's the King of Spades, but it's 2 cards, it's the aces and the kings. I flip it back over, and now you take that King of Spades, but really it's an ace, so now you place that down here. Now you can show the 2 King of Spades, and it looks like what you have here is 4 King of Spades right down there. But in reality, you only have these. So now what you have to do in order to get all of the aces down there is you're going to take your 5 cards here, and it's going to be in this order: red card, 2 aces, red card. And now you're going to do an Elmsley count. Now now I'm going to show you how to do this Elmsley count. So what you have to do is just hold it like this, hold the deck somewhat like this, pinching it mostly with these 2 fingers, the index and the thumb, and the rest are just for support. So you're going to push off every single card except for the bottom one, and then you're going to take the top card off, and then you're going to reload it back here like this, retracting it with the back fingers, pulling it back, then grabbing this block of 3 cards, this whole block, as one. You're going to peel it off, and then you're just going to peel off the last cards. So now that you have them in this position with the aces in the last position, and I have 3 red cards, you can go ahead and flip this over. You're going to say, watch, I'm going to pull back a King of Spades, and you're going to say I'm putting in a red card for it, like this, and it's actually an ace. So now you're going to pick up this ace, put it back on top of the deck, take the last card. You're going to say, okay, look, now I'm going to sandwich it in between the red cards. So now you're in position for another Elmsley count. So again, you push off like this, these fingers for support, pushing off with the thumb, grabbing 1 card, the top card, putting it, and you're going to act like you're just taking another card, but really you're putting this card back in the pile. And then you're going to grab this. Remember, retract it with the back fingers, and then peel it off again, and you're going to be hiding the 2 aces here. So now what you can do is you can pull back another card. You're going to say I'm putting in a red card, but really you're putting in the ace. You're going to take this ace, put it back in here. Take the bottom card, you can show it as a red card, flip it back over, and now you're in position for another Elms account. And now what you can do is, since you have the 2 aces in the back, now you're going to say, well, now watch this. I'm going to take 2 cards instead of 1. You're going to place down the last 2, which happens to be the aces. So now that you've done that, you can take up these 2 cards and you can show them as the last 2 King of Spades like this. Put them back with the deck and take the bottom red card, put it on top. You're ready for your Elms account. And remember, pinch mostly with these 2 fingers. Use these back for support. Push the whole block off. Take 1 card off. Put it back. Reload it. Take the next group and then peel off again. And now what you should have, you're going to put this deck down, and you're going to have the aces instead of the kings. And there you go. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.